The Orchestral Mountain, a symphonic elegy by J.F. Hendry. Love dances under mountains where never the waves fall. Her arms are columns of memory. Oh, spell this wilful liberty for sailors clad in weed. How can she ever be proud? Tell these tears like beads for airmen bridling the sky. Their faces are broken cloud, and bind up the branches of slaughter for soldiers in shackles of water. Whose scythe flows over history? Whole armies march under the sea's crumpled up horizon. My eyes are drowned in dice. When the whirlwind strikes, owls freeze, and swords fall out of the sun. Who'll carve the rose from the ice? In a helmet plumed with fountains, the hero shouts in the hall. Persephone! Persephone! Her fingers break me a star and the seabirds. They break me the moon in icy coins. Violins sawn through, sawdust words awash in the tides of the underworld. And littered with stones of suicide, towns are waves they break along a wild seaboard. Our time is shorn, days huddle sheaves, the wind is a broken sky of leaves. In the broken city, still in a gale, the broken heart is a broken jail, breaking from dark subconscious earth, a river of leaves, whispering in the sun. Persephone! Persephone! Staged is the park, is the immortality they have forgotten in the city. It is the oldest church and parliament, most constant lyric and the last lament. Fragile as the liberty of birds, orators build their cloudy words, where children on a lake of thunder sail the still white ships of wonder. Forgetful dead are buried here. Soldiers stand in trenches not so deep as fear. This earth hides in her smock a nation flowering forever through frustration. Whether these trees and that pagoda, whether this riot of disorder, through the night sky ruins ride, rocking the graven moon in a raid, and brows of buildings, shells like pods, litter her mind and London roads. Hammers of midnight beat down memory, black as a wet leaf's face. In rhyme, dawn breaks her necklaces of tears, crime withers mimosa in her sores. Still the bewildered understanding fills like a rose with dew. Light blinds. Deer have been known here, moving somewhere in that flickering heart of foliage, shimmering hosts of phantom through the ages, lost among an element not theirs. Voices they heard, speaking holes and blood, staining the water and the wood, and gradually fled the fatal light, leaving the dead behind them where they lay. What sprig of antlers in the mountains inspires our resolution and defiance. Planted in the dust, were we enchanted ghosts, Eurydice? Oh, in continents of water, seeking a weir, your sad circle girdles the world. Earth's gain is nothing, since its voice was hers, now breathless in the ice. No wind's ignorance, no nonchalance may dance it into sunlight out of silence. Before we fled the dark, the dead, we were shy of the moon and the mad. Now sorrow is a planet hung high in her crazy night, among no heaven's nebulae, in spheres pregnant with undiscovered stars. I listen where the oceans of the air rustle upon a world. They beat upon the ear as on a shore. She whispers out of these hushed voices large invisible seas, falling on us white as innocence. In waves there leap upon her pallid eyes loud, loud shapes of cloud. This is the entrance of great silences. Beyond the body of alabaster, over cliffs man death, white shrouds in a great fleet shine forth freedom in her majesty. A bird's wing is broken into their current. Across cerulean heights, starring the dark and fivefold continent, the infinite allotropy of her spirit eludes me still. Her voice wanders on the wind with no wit in it. Speak, speak to me, O Aerophyte. Wing her now across our former distances, O gods of marble in the gardens. Forge her in the hours of your white silence, hovering on the verge of speech, submerged. What say they, these breasts of alabaster? Looking back, my lot is stricken stone. I was frightened by a fawn. Moods are maenads I must master. This cloudy fountain's constancy wrote waters, hinting ceaseless mystery in her eyes. Timed in the menace of my shadow, she still wears a gown like theirs. Dark the cities fall through tears of light, and the great dew of dawn restores no instant. How shall she live through the long night, love's ghost and sole inhabitant?